What's up?
Well, that gap from Friday to Sunday on the ES, I don't know why it happened.
So it's sort of sometimes there is no like reason for why. It's just because the market closes from Friday after. So futures markets are open notoriously 5 days a week, 23 hours a day. It's closed though from Friday 5 p.m. Eastern till Sunday 6 p.m. Eastern. So it is closed for quite some time for the weekend. So when it closes from that 5 o'clock and opens on that 6 o'clock, let's say there was some type of news or something going on economically, we could see a gap in price when we open that Sunday. Now, sometimes people see these gaps and they'll mark them out and they'll say, "Okay, well we have to come back to this gap fill because this is an imbalance, right? Because the market didn't give anybody any time to fill any orders that were sitting between this 57.22 and 57.39." So, somebody might say at open, "I want to take a short position targeting this gap." And that trade might not work out. It might work out, it might not work out. But that's how some people trade these kinds of gaps. I know Ironclad, he's in here, but he's muted right now. He usually looks for them. He'll mark them out and he'll just note them throughout the week, right? Like, are we above it? Are we below it? Should we be looking to target it? Should we be looking to use it as a support zone? It's definitely important to be aware of it, and that is a good question, right? Because any question you have is a good question. You want to know what's going on.
Man, I'm trying to figure out my business news.
All gaps. There's a theory that all gaps will be filled. The problem with it is, though, not necessarily today.
Right. There's no saying when it'll
That's
get
the fact
filled.
that throws a lot of people off. You've kind of got to be careful of that caveat.
Yep. Yep. All right. So we're going to be looking for crude oil. Probably going to be looking to see if we could dive back down to that 57.95 area. And the reason I want to see 57.95 is because we got that heavy buyer sitting at 67.95. 57.95. We're looking at a $10 drop on crude. I want to see 67.95 because that is right below the strong passive buyer at 68 even. Now, this will be a little bit of a tougher buy because the CVD is still currently red, but we'll just have to see if buyers do want to step in at that point. It would be a quick entry because of this passive buyer. It would be quick entry long. As soon as we tap that 95, find some buyers. Take it long, maybe around 68.01, 68.02, stop loss at that recent low, and look to target the pivot high or point of control, depending on wherever we are currently trading. Look at that. So see, crude oil, it looked like, oh, we were going to start reversing here. However, I knew that we weren't reversing off of one of my demand zones, so it became very low probability, low quality of his trade. And the 15-minute closes in 57 seconds. Well, a minute ago, 2 minutes ago, for like 5 minutes straight, this 15-minute candle looked like it was creating a long lower wick, and it looked like it was creating a basing candle for a reversal. But if you were to try those longs prematurely before this 15-minute candle closed, and then the last 40 seconds, like we see right now, it starts to sell off again, you're getting in a poor trade that didn't even give you proper confirmation. So gotta wait. If you're doing your time frame analysis for an entry, make sure you're following that time frame analysis. Let's take a look at ES. What's this purple level that I have here? It's just there. Sounds about right. 57.89. I don't know. Quite honestly, maybe it was a contract rollover and I didn't change it. That could nope, I changed everything on here. That's weird, man. 89. I mean, listen, there just so happened to be a seller there. But look at these sellers up here, guys. 5,800. 5,800. So 5,800, we're going to keep an eye on ES, right, for possible longs. Look, ES CVD is pushing green. Bookmap CVD is going to be green too. Now, we knew what Bookmap was going to, NASDAQ was going to be green on the CVD because earlier we went over where equities are currently trading. And if we check them again, we're still above previous day high on Meta, Microsoft, Apple, Tesla, and Nvidia, and AVGO. All the top 6 that I watch that are top 10 holders on the Nasdaq are all above their previous day highs. So if those can continue green or push any type of bullish momentum when the market opens, we're going to be looking for strong moves higher. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Is that the only random? Is he back? I see him in here. Maybe he'll say hello soon.
What's up, buddy?
There he is. Yo, what's going on, bro? How was vacation?
Oh, it was awesome, man. It's nearly 3 weeks, so it's great.
Dude, that's great. Well needed, I bet.
Yeah, we love going away in March. We hate winter here.
Yeah, no, dude, in Canada, I bet. Psh, I hate winter here, and I'm in New York, and that's probably not even close to as cold as what you guys got. Let's take a look at ES. This is the Oh, it didn't save it. Where's the template? It didn't save that other template. That sucks. Point of control. We made it like a yellow. This I made less. All right. I wanted to see. Let's see. This is from Thursday's. Same thing. So this is Friday's open. What did we do on crude oil to see this one? We saw Thursday's open, I think, right? Nope, Friday's open. All right, so that's fine. We're looking at Friday's open. Make sure. Yep, Friday's open. Going into Friday, going into overnight session. So now we see that there is some heavy volume being traded up here. 44,000, 45,000 right here at this like 57.84 to 57.87 range. Now, if we do fail, right, the next area of buyers is 57.74. Next is 57.55. So we might look for some good short positions if we open and equities end up selling off. So it's really going to be a push-pull until one side wins. Right now, pre-market, it is looking like the buyers are going to win. I love it when you talk to me. Let's see. Can I make... I was going to say, can I make the text any smaller? No, I don't see it. All right. Good morning, everybody. Hope you guys are all doing good today. I'm going to be looking at some ES, some NQ. You know what? Let's see. For the anchored VWAP, VP, volume profile, for visibility, I'm going to turn it off on the 5-minute and only have it visible on like the 30. That way, if I'm on the 5-minute, the 15, it's not in my way. But if I want to check it real quick, I could hop over to the 30 to double check it. If I go above the 30-minute, it's not there either. So that's a pretty cool trick too, to have a tool on your chart without it being so in your face on every time frame. And again, what you're going to do for that, guys, is you're going to come over to whatever tool you're on. You're going to go to settings and you're going to go to visibility. From there, you're able to check off where you want to be able to see it, what time frame you want to be able to see it, the max and stuff, the range and everything. Like supply and demand zones, I only have those visible on hourly and lower. I don't have those visible on the daily, or else my daily chart would look like a mess. Let's see. All right. Let's see. What's up, Marcus? Did I forget something?
The time and sales indicator on. We talked about that.
Yeah.
Message about.
Yes. There it is. Time and sales, tape, time and sales. Let's see. Oh, gotta click in here. Tape. Thank you for reminding me. See, I would have forgot. Here we go. Liquidity trader, tape, time and sales. I've used this one before. We'll get a better read on it when the market actually opens, but it does look legit. Let me insert column, time and sales, show individual trade. Now, I don't think it's going to be as accurate as something like a book map or like a trading view. But look at that. That 12 lot, 12, 13 lot, 14, 16. It's getting pretty close. It's definitely pretty close. It's showing volume. It's showing transactions hitting the tape. 7, 7. It's getting close. It's definitely showing something, and trading view wouldn't be showing you a lie. Let's see. It's pretty cool. Wow, a lot of settings in it too. That's really cool. Time column. We could even get rid of the seconds if we want. Let's see if that works. It just doesn't work anymore. Look at that. It got rid of the seconds. That way we could sort of shrink the indicator on our chart. It's accumulation dome. That might just keep it smaller? No. Oh, what? Maybe for CVD purposes? Like buying accumulation, selling accumulation? Let's see, does it say? Bar volume accumulation at the current price and the volume at which the highest metric similar to absorbed. Oh, that's pretty interesting. Okay, that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. That's pretty nifty. Compare them again for a little bit. Look at that though. 37.25. I didn't really see anything that big on Bookmap. But again, it could be getting its data from somewhere else, a different provider. This could be maybe Tradeovate data, while my Bookmap data is Rhythmic data. We'll keep it up. What time is it? 9:23. Market opens soon, so we'll keep it up just to see how market does react at that point.
And the gray field should be absorption, right?
The green could be buying because if it's look at how the
gray.
Oh, the gray. Yeah, that could be absorption, but what it looks like is when it's green, it's because it was traded above the recent price. So see right here's 57.85.75 because it was the same price as the one before it, which was red. But once it went above it, 57.86, it was green. But then the one following was also 57.86, so it stayed green. So it changes. This is just like trading Thinkorswim. Thinkorswim's time and sales and tape, it doesn't show buying or selling. It's only green if this order is above the recent transaction, and it's red if the order's below the recent transaction, and it's gray if it's the same as the recent transactions.
Right. So transactions that doesn't move the price.
Exactly. And yeah, it could be seen sort of as absorption because it's when price is being traded at that same price level. But we'll see. Once market opens, we probably won't see so much gray because of how volatile the market is. We got a big drop in the CVD right here at market, right before market open. So we'll see if that has follow through to the downside. All right, let's see. Look at crude. Crude with a big spike higher. We're gonna wait on crude though because the lower volume up here. We'll keep an eye on ES and NQ now. Market's about to open soon. Yeah, this is a cool indicator. It's pretty big. I'm sure there's a way to make it smaller. Tape length, yeah. Do 15. We don't want to cut it in half. Good morning, YouTube. You guys make sure you hit that like button. What's going on? Say hello. Tell me what you're trading, what we're looking at today. This is now 5, 10, 15, 16. Guess that wasn't it. 10? That was it. There we go. 5, 10. It's hard to count it while it's going down. I'll check gold one more time to see if there's any like supply zones up here maybe. A little bit of a 90-minute supply zone right here actually. And we rejected it pre-market too. What am I getting an alert on? Okay. There's a 90-minute supply zone. You guys see that whole thing, Trump cutting the federal minimal wage, tongue twister right there. Federal minimal wage from Biden made it $17.75 to $7.50. Made a video on that last night. I try to cover anything that might affect the economy, affects the stock market, because again, the market's going to have a reaction, just like the tariff situation, guys. Tariff announcements came in, and then the market just started dropping. Right, the market just on the daily time frame, it just fell out the sky. Gold's been making all-time highs, right? A lot of times during uncertainties, historically, gold has been the go-to. But right now, markets are starting to find some traction. Maybe who's to say we're not to reverse? Right now, the 15-minute time frame did sort of create a supply zone right here. If this 15 closes somewhere down here, I would look for continuation lower. Same with NAS. So we're gonna watch those. Market opens in a few minutes. I'm going to hide the tool for now, Marcus. I'm gonna hide the tool for now and trade the market just like we usually do. And we'll go over the tool when we get sort of a choppy range, because right now it does look like we might be able to get a move here. But we will go over it. We will cover it soon and see how it trades and how it looks. Possible short trade. $14 seconds left. I like how this candle's closing. I like that the CVD is red. CVD is bullish though on the NAS, but we got to remember equities. If equities want to start pushing lower and head towards their previous day highs, then great. Let's see. Market open right here. Look for the 15 to continue lower. Would like a pullback into this zone for a short, but I don't think we're going to get that. Big drop on CVD at market open. Oh, we're coming right near that demand zone. But the thing is, guys, 57.74, I don't really see any buyers down here anymore. Nas trying to hold higher. Let's keep an eye on NASDAQ, because remember, NASDAQ equity is all above previous day highs right now, and VIX is below previous day low. So these are all a little bit of bullish factors, but that's because of where we're opening right now too. So that doesn't mean we can't pull back and then push back up. CVD did just try to spike higher there on ES, but we're going to be patient on this, guys. Just let the market play out. It's Monday. Just got to set the mood, baby. Got to set the mood. Weekly. Yeah, weekly's looking more bearish than anything. But that's the weekly. We're looking to trade the 5 and 15 right now. Big spike to the buy side on NASDAQ cumulative volume delta. Apple trying to hold key level. Meta and Microsoft are pulling back, though. NVIDIA pumping, Tesla pumping. I'd maybe consider a long position here on ES. Like right down in this zone. Oh, look at that spike up on CVD on ES right there. Check this big spike higher. We just pushed green on it too. If the 15 didn't look bearish, I would take it. But this basing candle at this high, this sell-off candle here tells me that we have some chances of pushing lower. It could reverse here. I was saying earlier that I was looking for buyers. So we'll wait. I don't want to jump the gun because right now it's a 50-50. And if I got long here, I'm not getting long at a demand zone. I'm getting long in the middle of nowhere. And that's not the right place to take our positions. We want to follow our plan in our system. In our levels. And guess what? If it reverses and does reverse, hallelujah. I'll wait for the 15 minutes to close and I'll have my 15-minute order and trade that then. There's really no rush to get into anything in the market. Got to remember that. That'll save your butt so many times. Let's see. Definitely trying to hold.
Just as long as until the 140s.
Yeah, NQ looked really bullish because of equities looked crazy. We got Tesla.
Yeah, I usually don't trade into that though. Usually, like a lot of the time, I'll try to take those longs out.
Yeah, no, I know, but I'm thinking too. A lot of people are still have that bearish mindset mentality. It might be on the wrong side, right? We might flip all of our equities: Meta, Microsoft, Apple, Tesla, Nvidia, AVGO above previous day highs. And Nvidia and Tesla are soaring right now. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like buyers are good right here. We'll see. I do like NAS. Obviously missed potential long entry, and that's okay. Just gonna be patient, guys. No harm in waiting. Only harm in jumping in. Hey, what's going on, Alex? Good morning, good morning. There we go. NAS retesting this little range right here. And it does have some support, but can't take it. Just can't take it yet. It's trying to hold. It really is. CVD pushed green. Meta flipped red, though. Just got to wait on it. That's why we wait. Wait. And got to remember that 15-minute was telling me possible bears. So maybe we retest that zone or something on ES for a potential short position. I wouldn't be entirely against taking a short up here. Would be careful, though, because equities are so strong. But Apple sold off on the 5-minute on the open. Take a quick look. Quick look. Apple sold off. I'm sorry, Microsoft and Apple both sold off. NVIDIA, big rejection. Tesla's probably the strongest one here. Meta also with a little bit of a rejection. Now we're coming back up higher. 57.90 on Bookmap looks strong. Gonna see. I'd want us to reject before getting all the way up there. I'd want to find some selling pressure near this like 89. We'll see. Okay, so we're pushing into the zone. I am going to take it. That was a nice quick rejection. I'm going to try to take this if we get one more retest of 57.86. That'll be my entry. Like one more quick move up there. Oh, hold up. Yeah, let's say Bears just said, wait a minute. I'm going to take it there. Can I get filled there? Okay, I got filled there. Be a little careful on the stop loss now because it's a bit of a crap fill. Yeah, buyer's stepping in a little bit here. That's all right. Stop out of it. We stop out of it. I wanted to see if the 15 wanted to continue, but it is trying to step in with a little strength right now. So we're just going to wait. NASDAQ also bullish. The CVD is bullish too, which is a red flag on these shorts. Red flag on the play. Probably jumped in a little too soon on these. So we'll just probably get stopped out, and that's all right. Yeah, stopped out right there of those ES shorts. Jumped the gun a little on those. Thinking, though, we're hitting this low volume area. We'll see how we react here. And we'll see how we hold this range itself. Let's see. Equities are trying to push higher. Let's take a look. If we could get some type of seller here, that would be huge. Like a seller steps in a big sell order or something like that. I'm thinking maybe we take out this high on ES and fail the high on NQ. CVD is still green, so I'm probably going to be looking for the bulls again. Let's see. Yep, there's the break on ES. Let's see. Nice. Look at that. Buyers, 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 man. It was definitely right to take longs. I didn't. Nice, dude. Nice. It's all right. We'll wait. We'll wait. If it's a real trend, it'll pull back. Remember that. If it's a real trend, it'll pull back for us. It'll create an imbalance. It'll pull back. It'll keep going. And then it'll pull back to this like 57.90 for a long position. $5,800. Strong level on Bookmap. Good positive deltas on this candle too. We got a big buyer stepped in right there. I'm ready to try to take some longs off that 57.90 retest. We see we have the low volume here. Let's see. That's crazy. Crude rejected right above that demand zone, so it's Friday all over again. All right, Nas running in some rejection, some resistance, I should say here. There we go. No, that was a good close. Oh, we're gonna keep going, baby. Damn, son. I should have listened to my initial gut, guys. Those longs in the morning. Said if equities could start sort of look to hold, no reason to look short yet. We are getting a pullback. Apple, Microsoft, Meta, new 5-minute just formed though. So we're gonna wait. I'd like a pullback to 57.90 for an entry. VIX is pushing lower below previous day low too. Bullish sentiment. Equities haven't flipped back green just yet, so I wouldn't look to scalp anything right now. Really want to wait for that pullback entry on ES 57.90. Could also wait for the 15 to close, which is in 3 minutes. Let's check the orb on ES. What's it been doing lately? The opening range breakout. Have we been breaking out? Have we been having double breaks? What's the consistency been? What have we been seeing? Well, we want to make sure we're on the New York session. Look at that. A lot of breakouts lately. A lot of breakouts lately. Equity's pulling back pretty strong right now, so I wouldn't really jump the gun on any longs just yet. Obviously, we would want to buy the dip in a bull trend, but I would just sort of wait right now. Really want to see 57.90 again on ES. NAS pulling back, equities pulling back. Not much strength in equities at all. Microsoft's at a new low of day right now, but it is at its previous day's high, which could work as support. Meta also near a previous day high. Today's high of day, and trying to either push higher or fail. Tesla trying to pull back, Nvidia on a pullback, AVGO and Apple and Microsoft on a pullback. So guess who's waiting? Let's see, 57.90.
That's you.
What's it?
Jump shorts off of that.
Nice. CVD is still green, so I'd be careful on any shorts. Obviously, like you said, a scalp is fine. Oh, we got to see if we want to find some support. 57.90. Give me that entry.
Well, it had shorts on the high, but a ton of longs just below. So I thought, it breaks the initial shorts or the people in early and then, pulls back a bit.
Gotcha. Yup. I know. I'm thinking this is a good spot for longs on NQ right here. But equities ain't holding.
Yeah, there's I think it's, 301.50 could break, but it was just go.
Yeah, no, I would be careful on longs here too, because even though it does look like a good pullback entry, AVGO is near new low a day again. Microsoft's still pushing lower. Meta's pushing lower. Nvidia's still pushing lower. Without these large caps sort of helping that trend, it does tend to fail. So I would be patient. It's a coin toss right now. It's still Monday. It's Monday morning. It's 9:44. We didn't even get our 15-minute orb yet. There we go. Do we have any news coming up today? Make sure we're aware of any economic news. Monday, 24th, no. 39 seconds. PMI flash PMI. Last month flash PMI didn't really do anything, so we'll see. I'm still waiting to see 57.90 for a potential entry on some ES longs. Looking for a 5-1. 2-point stop, 10-point target. I might put the stop loss down a tick. We'll see. 13 seconds left, and we're going to mark out our orb high and low. So we have our orb, opening range breakout, high and low. So now I do sort of see another trade plan that might set up, right? What if we break down and then pop back high? All right, so here's that flash PMI giving us a pop right now. Gonna see if this could cool down for a second. Probably looking good on the shorts right here, not gonna lie. 57.90, I want to see how we react to 57.90. I hope this sort of plays out for a second, cools down, and then pushes lower for manipulation, then push back higher. We did just get the breakout of the orb to the upside.
We just got that POG shifted up on that from the bottom overnight.
Oh, got you. All right, let's see now if we want to get our push lower. Give us a push lower now. I want to see this 90 area. 90.50. 90 is my old supply zone, right? This is a 15-minute order block now. I'm sorry, breaker block now because we broke above it. I'll take what's mine. Then take some more. CVD still pushing higher, so volume is still bullish. 30-minute closes in 15 minutes, hourly closes in 13 minutes too. So we could also be patient on that if we're not comfortable with taking any trades now. I'm personally looking to see if this breaker block and it's sort of a fair value gap as well want to hold up here. Now I didn't get my entry yet, hasn't pulled back to my entry price yet, and it might not. And if it doesn't, then we'll just end up waiting for that hourly close or 30-minute close as well. Listen, if we could push higher here, all that's going to do is give me a higher target. There's that 5,800 we mentioned pre-market, guys. Damn, man, I could have been in these longs from the bottom over here. That's cray. That's all right. That's all right. 5,800 probably going to get some type of reaction here. 58.15 next target. Like 58. Is that like 58.14? Remember, we have our orb breakout now. Call this our orb. Nope, not data, orb. Now, we do have some untouched demand on NASDAQ at around 20,200. And same with ES, untouched demand, 57.74.25. But buyers are pretty strong here, so I'm going to be looking for buying opportunities. I have 58.17 as a price level to the upside, so I'd want us to sort of close somewhere up here on the 5-minute bullish so that when we do pull back on that next candle, a lot of people are sort of freaking out and stopping out. Let's put our volume profile. Look at that, guys. Again, the low volume shelf right here, right where I want my entry to be on these longs. $54 seconds left on the 5-minute.
We got that 301 pop.
Yo. Yes is going to make us wait, guys. We just got to wait for the good trades or scalp the momentum. VIX with a bit of a pop higher, but I do think that was just that that PMI flash related because it's not reflecting back on the chart. We do have equity sort of struggling right here. At least the weighted indexes. Tesla new high a day, Meta new high a day. Microsoft and Apple also trying to hold support. So yeah, we're gonna still be looking for longs, guys. Just need a good entry. Might keep going here. If no one expects us to keep going, odds are we keep going. If everybody thinks we're gonna pull back, we'll see. We'll have to see. Give me a big pullback. Give me an entry. Give me a break. Give me a break. Give me a piece of that long position. That bull run. There we go. That's it. That's it. I found it, guys. All right, let's see. Big buyer accumulation right here at this price level. Nathan said he wants to see a fair value gap here. I agree. I'm looking right now for ES long position right in this zone. To target the next book map level. I don't know if we're going to get that. Just as long as we pull back from this point, these buyers are trapped in the market, and they're either going to be forced to buy more to try to hold price or forced to sell their position. 57.90, right above point of control too. Yo, what's up, Garrett? Good morning, Garrett. Exhausted Trader, what's up? ER, good morning. Desi, what's going on, guys? Hope you guys are all doing well. Hope everybody had a great weekend. Let's take a look, see what's going on. Crude oil, gold, nothing's really happening right now. I'm going to add an alert on gold at the supply zone at 30.38. Because gold has been range bound, so supply and demand tends to work pretty strong in range bound markets. So we can see if maybe we want to take out this pre-market high, which is also a buy-side liquidity, PMH, pre-market high, or buy-side liquidity, whatever you want to call it. So we would take that out in supply for a short position. Right now, yes, it's still not giving us that entry. We're chopping right now near these highs. Can't take any shorts up here because the market's been bullish, but we can't take any longs up here because we wouldn't have a proper stop loss. Sometimes we just gotta wait. Listen to a little music, stay chillaxed, but don't be so focused, zoomed in on the charts. I'm thinking we get a pop here. I'm almost wanting to take this long on the pop. How are equities doing? Met a new high today. Tesla looks good to continue. VIX wants to push lower-ish. I don't know. I was just telling you guys, you can't go long here. You don't have a proper stop. So I'm not going to go long here. I'm going to listen to myself. We're going to listen to ourselves. We have to listen to our trading management and our system. And guess what? If it does want to pop and continue here for 10 points, then great, so be it. But right now, if I took a long here, maybe stop loss 2 points. But I don't know if we're going to wick lower and then continue. I don't know if we're going to fail this break higher and push lower. If there are too many I don't knows, then I don't trade. Period. We want to be very certain when we trade. Because there is no definite. There's only probabilities and routine and seeing the same stuff over and over and looking for it to happen and waiting for it. Yo, good morning, Garrett. No problem, man. No problem. Guys, don't forget, if you are a member here in the Bullish Bears community, watch out for any fake Kevin accounts or any fake like Lucian accounts or Signet accounts. They'll reach out to you first, make it like the biggest sales pitch you've ever seen. You know, we break everything down. We'll do this, we'll do that. At this point, they do say that they mentor. Before, they were just saying you could copy my trades. Now they're saying join my mentoring. If you want mentoring or one-on-one sessions, you guys message me first. I'm not going to be messaging every single one of you individually first trying to sell something. That's a little ridiculous. Happy to teach you guys, no problem. I'd love to. But yeah, no, don't fall for those because in the scam, he gives like a list of 3 things, and one of those 3 is like there's mentoring. I tell you which broker to sign up with and which charting platform to use, and that's where the scam is when they say what broker to trade with, because then they'll give you a BS forex broker. That's not a real broker. You deposit your money and it's gone. So don't do that. I'm thinking ES pops here, guys. 30-minute closes in 4 minutes, so I would just be patient. It could drop here too. I'm feeling like it's squeezing to push higher. They just pulled this price level. Look how they made it weaker. See how it was a dark red? Now it's a light yellow. So they made that weaker. Yeah, tell the market if you don't want to. Yo, what's up?
There's a good level here, so I can't trade it long right now. I'm just gonna take a break from that. I was waiting to get along on NQ, but
yeah, no, I know, me too.
Right at my level here.
Yeah, no.
Take a break.
Yep. Got to take the break, bro. Got if you're at a price level of support, resistance, whatever the case may be, and even like supply demand. When I'm going into a supply zone, I can't take it long. But
Exactly. Yeah, like I got levels higher, but I don't have an entry. I got 389 and I've got 447. I know they're pretty high, but 389, 487 if it goes up.
exactly. Nice, man. Nice. Let's take a look, Marcus. You still in here? Perfect. Let's take a look at that tape indicator. Looks like we're gonna have to hide that. It's going to accumulate a lot more orders on the stool. So, like, you see how it has like 108 lots, 38, 57. We're not really getting those big numbers here on ES on Bookmap. Let's see.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like you can show individual orders on trading view.
Yeah, it could at least do that, right? Give you the idea of bullish bearish momentum because it is giving you order flow. Let's see, ES. Wow, ES is just going crazy. All right, let's see. Oh, big pullback there. Let's see, we trapping people or what?
We got a lot of longs right here, yeah. But
Come on, Trap City, baby. Time for a pullback. Give me my entry. It's like, nope, we're going to keep going.
that pot should have been like a bit of an indication to at least take a scalp up. But
Yep.
Missed it. Like I saw it and I missed it.
It's all right. It's all right. Listen, we got to wait. You know, sometimes it doesn't give us a setup right away. It rallies like this, like it just keeps going. And it can't keep going, right? Market can't just keep pushing higher. At some point, there's going to be some type of pullback. Not really a correction, but a pullback. And that's where we could probably get the better entries. CVD starting to pull back here too. So people are taking positions off here, right? Anybody who was in long positions probably taken off above this 5,800. 10 seconds left on this 5 minute, 10 seconds left on the 15, 30, and hourly. Hourly's closing bullish. There's that close. Ooh, nice 45 on NQ. 1 hour. 45. I want to make sure. NQ's got to stay above 272. That would be ideal. So yeah, let's get that pullback going. New hourly candle just formed, so it would be ideal to get that pullback. YouTube, hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Show some love. Go check out the videos on Instagram and the shorts on YouTube too. Instagram's popping off. Just posted a video last night at like 8. It's already at like 4,000 views. That's pretty cool. Same with TikTok. That one's also at like 3K. Cool beans. Try to keep you guys all informed with what's going on in the economy, what's going on with stuff Trump-wise too. I don't really get political, but I do like to make sure that I cover what changes economically are happening. Are there new tariffs going on? Is there any supply or inventory issues? Is there something going on with crude oil? You know, what is going on in the world? Because what's going on in the world will impact the market. The gold market, the oil market, the ES, the NASDAQ. Weighted index pulling back now, so no longs here, guys. Looking like we are in for a pullback here. I'm actually considering some shorts, but with CVD being green, Can't do that. My trade setup I was looking for was entries around 57.90. Nathan also looking for a 5-minute fair value gap. I'm looking for a 272, but I don't think he's in here, so he can't hear me. We might continue. I'm trying to see, because remember, guys, pre-market, I was looking for supply zones or demand zones, and I really didn't. Well, supply zones really couldn't find any supply zones till at least this 57.18, and above that, I didn't have anything till 58.55. Now, are we really going to rally another 50 points from here? It's possible. We know damn well it's possible. Is it probable? Well, that we'd have to see. Let's take a look at, we could check edge full and see what's in play on ES and ADR. Bullish potential move 58.51. No way that lines up with the zone I just said. 58.51, so close. I had 58.55, so it is possible ADR wise too. So yeah, if we could get that long entry, man, we might be in for something. If we don't get that long entry, we might be missing something. But we'll see. We'll wait. We'll see. We'll see how it closes, how all these candles want to form, guys. There's no rush into the market. Never, ever.
Volumes were low today.
Who said that, Marcus?
Yeah.
Where are you seeing low volume? Just off of the candles on the candles on the bottom?
Comparing with other days, like the 30 minutes.
Cool, man.
The volume bars.
Awesome, dude. I love it. Perfect. That's great. That is really great. And another quick way to do that, turn off that extended trading hours. That way you don't get the gaps. But I guess actually if you keep the extended trading hours on, it'll help to divide it. So you can see that first big candle of volume is that first 30-minute candle. So yeah, look at that. The first 30-minute was lower than yesterday. And it was about equal with Thursdays. And it was more than Wednesdays. And Wednesday we had a rally. Thursday we had a rally. Friday we ended up rallying with the good volume. So yeah, I mean, we're looking for bulls here intraday. Great job, Marcus. CVD's dropping while market is still trying to push higher. So really not seeing any good long entries just yet, but really not seeing any shorts. Every time we dip, buyers bring it back. But right now we can't be going just with the trend. Just get long wherever. Can't do that, guys. It's not a trade plan. It's not a system. Just got a notification on my phone. Tesla up 8.9%. It is?
Yeah, man. Did you see that on the weekend? How everybody's talking about shorting it. I'm like, if that is not a long,
bro, literally, if 99% of the internet of everything of everybody is like, oh my god, short Tesla, we found our bottom.
if you grok it, I do it all the time. If you grok like sentiment, like Tesla stock sentiment for today or for the weekend, it's like everybody was like, I'm shorting it with my house. I'm like,
oh my god.
Long.
Yeah, I'm like, give me your house right now. Dude, look at this. Tesla came back into, this was an earnings gap from October of last year. And I actually covered Tesla earnings. And I said how I wanted to retest the gap to push higher to this one. And we got that. Now we're back into that gap. And that gap ended up holding as lows. So that's pretty strong too. Real big move there. And yeah, a lot of short sellers are really screwed over on Tesla moving higher.
Yeah, it's definitely a squeeze. I mean, the market's equal. So if you have all these people taking a short position, somebody's got to take the long, and it's usually institutional money.
That's right. 100%. Check out equities right now in the 15-minute time frame. We have Microsoft trying to push lower, breaking low, new low of day, and into its previous day's range. Apple trying to hold VWAP and its previous day's high. Meta was just at an all-time high, but it's trying to pull back. Tesla all-time highs. New high of day. New high of day. Meta also was at new high of day, not all-time highs. Apologize if I misspoken. AVGO pulling back. So equities look pretty weak now, which means we're probably going to pull back, and that's exactly what we're getting. Now that all those Tesla shorts sold their position or bought back their position, now we're going to reverse back lower.
I got my last trade there. That was I shorted NQ off of that lower high.
Nice.
Yeah, Kev, if you grok, this is interesting. If you just grok Tesla value traditionally based upon like traditional values like PPE of the market, it's 128. So when people are freaking out about Tesla going down, they don't realize that it was 4x above.
Right, it's
high value.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with the correction.
No,
Blessing, if anything.
it is. I'm with you on that, dude. Corrections, pullback situations like this in the market, that's when people are really able to make nice returns on investments. You're not able to make a nice ROI when we're buying all-time highs.
Yeah, like I think the AI is once people start using it more and understanding, like Tesla's going down. Instead of saying Tesla's going down, you say, what's the traditional value of a stock like Tesla? Based on other stocks, and it'll say, oh, it's 128. You'll be like, oh, okay, it's a pullback. It's a blessing.
Yup. Absolutely. All right, let's see. We're re-entering our orb. I'm really feeling the shorts here, but I can't. That's not part of the plan.
I think it'll get under this POC.
I think so too.
The shorts are at, longs are at 341.
Yeah, 341. Yeah, I know. 34. Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of longs there, between 341 and 337.
Let me show you what I'm looking at on NAS right here. So on the 45-minute time frame, we have our basing candle right here, and we already broke highs. We looked really strong here. So I wanted to see if we could hold this candle open, so sort of to see this as our demand zone. So we could hold that. I'm still looking for bulls.
It's a little bit small on my screen. What's the low end of holding it?
2029. So I would realistically, I'd want us to hold like that 42. Like this morning, we came into this 30-minute demand from 20,242, and we held it. Is ES? No, not yet. But I also wanted ES in this 5790, which is going to call for NAS to have a pretty strong pullback here.
It's under the most shorts of the morning open. So if it stays under these shorts at, what is that? I got my number small, 282. Yeah, at 282. I mean, yeah, I made them smaller, but yeah, 282. Then if it stays under there, then we could look to take out those shorts.
Yep.
I didn't mean 344. I meant 244. Sorry, between 244 and 237.
Gotcha. Yo, check it out. Check out freaking crude oil. So yesterday, crude oil was 5 ticks away from my demand zone entry. Today, crude oil was 2 ticks away from the demand zone entry. It rejected. And now look at that. New high a day. This would have been a huge trade right there on crude. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. Let's see when CVD turned green. CVD didn't turn green on crude until just recently when it hit above that 68.80. And that's right up here. So if I was trading with the cumulative volume delta and saw it was red, I would have looked for some green flags, right? Would have looked for the spike like we saw right here. And the spike happened with good volume and the point of control moving higher when we were around 68.60. That's still up here, though, not down here. So what would have been my reason for entry down here? I don't see anything. So it is what it is. On trades like that, those are trades we wouldn't have taken. Therefore, it's not in our plan. Can't be upset at ourselves for that. Just got to move on. Look at the weighted index down here, bottom right. I'll pull it up a bit bigger. Looks like we're trying to drop right here. We just made new low a day. Does look like we want to continue lower. Big sell bubble right there on ES. I'm telling you, man, I'm feeling shorts right now, but it is what it is. We're waiting for that 57.90. 57.90. Well, when's the 45 close? Do we have time for this pullback? 17 minutes? All right. We also have a 15-minute fair value gap right there. So it's like I'm really looking for a retest of this 57.90, this low volume shelf right there. I'm trying to use the anchored volume tool. There we go. I was gonna say, I don't know why it's not working. Look at that. Look at this heavy volume up here. That is huge. Buyers are accepting price at higher prices. If this was low volume up here, then there'd be a much better chance we reverse. But good volume up here is huge. Really want to see this 57.90. Look at the low volume fall off right there. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys all had a great weekend. It is Monday. Don't forget, guys, join me Wednesdays at 11:30 a.m. Eastern for a chance to win a free Apex evaluation account on Benzinga. So you join Futures Fever on Benzinga, 11:30. It's on their YouTube. What indicator is that on TV for volume on the side like that? Rob, great question. You were not here earlier. This is the volume profile, anchored volume profile. So it's actually a tool, not an indicator on TradingView. So on the left-hand side over here, you're going to come over to the projection where we get the long and short position. We come over to volume based and hit either. So they have anchored VWAP, which is also another good volume tool, fixed range volume profile, and anchored volume profile. So when we do fixed range volume profile, we put it on a select range. So let's say we wanted to do Friday's New York session. We could do Friday's New York session, and we see point of control is down here. Now, if we wanted to do the anchored volume profile, let's say we want to look at the overnight session, we want to start it at 5 in the morning, just picking a random spot. Or if we want to look at the New York session, start at that 9:25. And now it shows us the volume profile of wherever we marked it and onward. So it stays updating, and it's a cool tool. I definitely recommend it, especially if you guys don't have a tool like Bookmap. Volume is very important. Let's check our volume on gold. I want to check our volume on gold from this high over here. It's going to be like heavy volume. Let's see, up in the supply. Heavy volume in our range where we accumulated most. And then some lower volume over there. But the lowest volume is in the supply zone up here. ESNQ might be continuing higher, guys. Which means at some point we are going to come up with a different trade setup, right? If this 57.90 fails to get tested, we do not get this entry, then we're just going to find something else that forms. All right. Let's see, guys. Now, don't take longs at new high a day. Can't go long at the highs. Can't go short at the lows. But we could be patient. Let's take a look at gold. See if gold's doing anything for us. Gold's just very range bound. Nothing on that. 30.38. Anything 30.38. 30.39. A little bit of a passive seller. Look at that. Was a sell wall around 30.40. So we'll see if sellers want to step in up here. That's what we're looking for on gold. Right now, guys, we're playing the waiting game on the market. We know the trend. The trend's been bullish. We missed the first entry down here for longs. I did unfortunately try a short over here for a stop loss, so just 0-1 for the day. It is Monday. We are staying patient for the next possible trade. Crude with a pretty nice pullback right here. Rejecting that 69 even level. And check out, so guys, if we look closely, and I'll make it a bit thicker too so we could see it. Developing VA volume average, that gives us a range of the volume range, right? Of where price should be in accordance to where the volumes have been traded. And it has been pushing higher along with price, even the higher lows on it as well. So bullish volume, just waiting for an entry.
Geez Louise, I'm starting to look for some of my wheel trades and cashier put dollar trade.
Dollar bill, y'all. CVD hasn't made new high a day. VIX hasn't made new high a day. I'm going to wait here, guys. Definitely going to wait to see if this 5-minute wants to give us another impulse move to possibly give us another low volume shelf. And that will be my next potential entry. Oh, look at NAS, though. I just realized NAS held this, was that red zone, that broken supply zone, held it really nice.
Well, Dollar Tree's got earnings on Wednesday.
What, Dollar Tree?
Yeah.
You think they're gonna go on sale for $1 per share? Or I'm sorry, $1.25. Oh, you have Dollar Tree?
I got a wheel trade going on against it, but I'm not gonna hold a wheel trade through earnings.
What's the ticker?
Delta Lima Tango Romeo.
You could have just said DLTR. I'm just I know, but you're too cool for that.
I mean, if you look at the chart there, you see I'm doing a half back.
This Dollar Tree?
Maybe around 71, but
Is this Dollar Tree or is this oil? I can't tell. Nah, I like Dollar Tree to continue higher. I like the volume starting to pick up going into earnings too. But if you ain't feeling it, man, you ain't feeling it. Don't take it, don't hold it, especially because it's earnings. You don't know what will happen.
just put a stop in it and make sure to clear it out tomorrow.
Yeah, I was gonna say be careful with the stop because even holding a stop into earnings, it could not trigger because it's yeah. Yep. It'll say see ya. It'll be like that was a nice thought. That would it be? Let's see. Old Nas, take a look at my life. I need you to pull back now. Yo, come on, give us that 2820 again or ES 5790.
Yeah, Dollar Tree is actually in line if you look at the PPE of it. It's in line with companies like 3M, etc.
Well, I've been switching to doing a lot of cash secured put stuff lately and possible wheel trade. I like the wheel trade. I'm not confident in actually taking ownership of the stock right now, so I'm just doing cash secured puts, and when they get to 60-70%, I close them out and take profit.
just compared the overall sentiment of that stock's value on PPE of other companies.
Yeah, cool. Thank you.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Bro, my thing's like glitching out. I don't know if I want to take this breakout or not. I don't like breakouts. I'm not going to. But goddamn, does this market look like it wants to just keep on going?
Yeah, I mean, we've been saying it all morning, but if it pulled back to a higher low or a gap,
Nope.
right?
If anything, hopefully what would be great is if we could take out these internal higher lows, like this 5-minute higher low here or the 5-minute higher low here, because then higher time frame structure would still remain bullish, but a lot of internal retail traders might be thinking we're flipping bearish. Just a thought.
A lot of longs up here, though.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
I'd rather like short it or sit it out.
Yeah, no, same. I know this is definitely a wait kind of situation. There's no trade right here. All morning they'll buy the dip. Let's see oil. Oil with some resistance here. What lame markets today. I wouldn't be saying that if I caught that W in the morning off of the longs, but that's that's all right. We'll make it back. And then some. I'm over here buying tops and so.
Well, Nathan, there is something to be said about consistency.
I don't think he's in voice chat.
Yeah, I mean, most of these guys probably work, right?
Yeah, no, he's not. Well, you know what it is? He's typing in the type chat right now. So sometimes people will type because they don't have a mic.
It's so funny, like we have just like a long term, just like a friends group, and a lot of those guys work. They're not allowed to say what they do. They work for the federal government, and they're staying home, so they're on like all day. They're on all day training, and then Trump's like, "Yo, you got to come back to work," and then like all of them are gone.
Oh, jeez.
And it was like years of it, like 4 years, 5. No, I'm not joking. He's like 5 years of online, like it's like the taxpayers are paying for like these guys to trade.
Oh my god. That's wild. Yo, Marzity, that's hilarious. At least you're consistent. Back to the drawing board. Listen, guys, if you find yourself in that type of loop where you're buying highs, selling lows, you hear me talk about that all day throughout the streams. And I bet if he was in the stream too, maybe hearing that would have kept ringing in his head and he would have been a bit more patient finding some better entries. But listen, it's as beginner traders, you're not going to be able to catch perfect trades. You're not going to be perfect. You're not going to have a huge win rate. It's going to be tough, and there are going to be times where you feel like you're buying highs and selling lows. At that point, take a deep breath, back away from the charts for a minute. Just wait and see. Just give it a second. Know that, okay, well, you take 1 or 2 of those bad trades. Whoa, crude oil just fell out of the sky. Did Trump just deport oil? It was wild. Interesting. Anyways, buy the dips, sell the rips. But we're being patient. We don't just sell any rip. We don't just buy any dip. We have to make sure that that is going with the trend. Dude, I think oil's a good buy after that freaking craziness right there. But like ESNQ, man. OPEC is set to proceed with plans. What's that?
Oil news just came out and said they're, let me see what it said.
I see that OPEC is set to proceed with plans for next monthly oil output hike in May. Let's see. Oil, you want to give me a good entry? It said okay. Let's see. I was thinking of getting along right where we are right here. And look for like, yeah, like this. Oh, actually, it's like right here. Possible trade on crude oil. Possible. Let's check insert column. Time and sales.
Fear and greed meter is heavy on fear.
What's that?
The fear and greed meter is heavy on fear.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like legendary high. I think it's like, wasn't it the highest ever in the last 40 years?
I don't know.
I don't know about that either. Send me whatever screenshots or info you got, and I'll look it up. I'll plug it in.
There was a Meet Kevin post. I'll have to find it, but he just put up like Fear and Greed from 1982, and we hit like the highest like peak.
Wow.
Of fear.
That's crazy. Meet Kevin, dude. I am Kevin.
Yeah, he's like a weird dude. But, he has good charts. Like he has good stats. I mean, his personal opinions flip flop, which whatever. He's catering to both sides.
Yeah.
It's hard to make
hard to make everybody happy.
He's making like tens of millions a year as a YouTuber. Like, you know what I mean? Like he made all of his money as a YouTuber. He's got private jet. Like he's call him what you want, but he's performing.
Right. Yeah. All right, let's see. Oil. What are we doing, baby? What are we doing? 36 seconds left. I was thinking of taking a long right here. I don't know if we're going to melt for these last 30 seconds. And if we do, I don't want to be taking a long.
What happens, like, so we're only $10 or $20 above U.S. shale, right? Like, you guys rely on U.S. shale, and you're going to drill more, I get it. But that would put oil companies on the U.S. side in a bad position if it got to, $60 or $50, right?
Right. Oh, man, there we go, crude. All right, give me a pullback. Let me get that entry.
So I guess the point is like, thinking it's going to go there is, you got to think there's got to be some protection from that, right?
Right.
I'm looking at NQ short. If it gets under 325, we'll wait for a bit of a bounce, take a scalp. Been waiting for a while.
I know, right? NQ ES really making us wait today, dude. Yo, oil definitely got away from my entry. ES, NQ waiting on those, but still have 57.90 on ES. Some resistance up here too. Look at that CVD. We have divergence. So price made a new high a day. Cumulative volume delta did not. So volume's not matching with these highs. Damn, crude. I know. I said it once we sold. I was like, I feel like this is a good buy. But a feeling ain't a trading system. What criteria helps you to go along on oil? Hey, what's going on, BTD? What's going on? So crude oil, it has been bullish lately, right? So crude oil, we see since he asked why I was bullish on crude today. Since January 16th, we were in a strong bear trend, a 14% drop. I'm sorry, more than a 14% drop. Believe it was over a 17% drop on crude, but we came into a daily demand zone that held in the past, right? So this 64.50 to about 66. Once we started holding it, we created some higher lows, which I marked out right here, and we actually started breaking previous day highs as well. So once I see that, I know to have a bit of a bullish bias on oil. So that's what I was looking for today. Whereas something like gold, if we look at gold on the daily, we were just at all-time highs. We were making all-time highs for a strong streak right here. But lately, the past 2 trading days were red days, right? So that makes it harder to go long today, but it also makes it hard to go short because we are at those all-time highs. And that is why. You know what I just realized? My chart's different colors. Look, it's like yellow. Wow, that was like an instant headache to do to myself. Canvas, solid, yeah. What? Oh, I think I know why. Nope. I was gonna say, don't I have the volume profile? But right, doesn't this chart look different from this? Is like a yellow. Why is this one not yellow? Go to settings. You know what I can do? I'll go into settings on the NASDAQ one because that's the correct one, and I'll save as. I'll save it as one I already have. Lighter screen, LS, save, yes. And I could apply to all, and now ES is fixed. Perfect. $68.90 on crude. Got you, BTD. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Gold making that dive lower. Look at gold on the 5-minute. Look at that selling pressure. Look at the volume picked up here too. Ooh, jumping off the roof on oil, on gold right now. CVD dropped red.
Let's stop this short here on NQ.
Nice. Nice, nice. Yeah, here we go. Look at gold just said, I'm gonna see you guys at demand. See you later. Don't call me. Let's see what else we got. What else is cooking? Go looking. Yes, pull back, please. Looking for this low volume area, 57.90 on ES. You guys got any questions? Please feel free to let me know. Right now, we are just chilling, waiting for ES or something to give us some type of setup. Thinking gold just continues lower. Gold wants 3,002. 3,002. That's below previous day's low. That's a huge sell-off opportunity on gold. And a big seller just stepped in. What's that?
Crude pop back up.
It's a crude pop back out?
Yeah, up.
Oh, pop back up? Yeah, no, I know. Crude, we missed our entry on crude. I wanted it down here, but I wanted that 5 minutes to close. But by the time it closed, it moved away from my entry. I was thinking of taking this short on gold with the selling momentum. Just got to be patient when trying to take a continuation trade like this because we haven't pulled back yet. But it has been melting. There we go. I mean, just a strong drop like we've been seeing. Looking for that to continue lower. I might pull back. And if it doesn't, I'm stopping at real small. If it does continue, though, I would love to see 3,000. I'm currently in a short. Like I said, I want a very tight stop loss on it. Really not looking to hold it. Only wanted to see a momentum trade here. So if we get continuation, great. If we don't, I'm just stopped out on a small loss. And that's how most of our trades should be. We are starting to consolidate here, which is a little bit of a red flag on the shorts, right? When we push lower, we should just see a quick move and sort of lower volume with it. Yeah, we're starting to pull back here. Going to move my stop loss to 15, 30, 15, because I don't feel like it's necessary to even hold this if it does pull back. Yeah, it just stops right there. Not even worth it. Let's see, ESNQ, same situation, guys. ESNQ keeps trying to find some sellers. Buyers keep stepping in, no problem. So not really giving us a proper entry. Let's take a look at NAS. See if NAS is giving us anything. $20,400 target on NASDAQ to the upside. So let's see if we get 20,300 for an entry. Somewhere in there. Pretty strong pullback there on gold.
Hello, can you hear me?
Hey, what's up, Ironclad? Damn it, oil. Oil really just gave us a crazy pop there. That would have been a good trade. The one we didn't take. It's all right. We're still waiting on ESNQ potential entries. A bunch of notifications on Discord. Let me just roll through that. No, it's all fine. Ironclad, we're picking up a lot of static on your end. Thank you, sir. Yeah, look at that. Gold just diving. 15-minute, 30-minute. Didn't really... Oh, there we go. 2-hour supply zone. Basing candle. Sell-off candle. Continuation candle. And that's at the 10 o'clock start. 10 o'clock was right here. President Trump announced today that the United States of America will be putting that is known as a secondary... Wait, hold up. Let me pull this up. Oh, it's a long one. President Donald Trump announced today that the United States of America will be putting what is known as a secondary tariff on the country of Venezuela for numerous reasons, including the fact that Venezuela has purposefully and deceitfully sent the U.S. undercover tens of thousands of high-level and other criminals. Oh, okay, so he's making it about that. Okie dokie. Tariffs. Tariff news. Yo, random, that's crazy, man. Tariff news, sell-off time. No, we didn't get a quick reaction. I'm gonna wait, see if Naz wants to give me this entry down here. How's the 15 look? 30 look? My biggest issue is we didn't really create a demand zone to the downside to support this bull run. But we also closed bullish on all the other time frames. 4-hour open is right here. I want to know where that is. Make it pink so I know. All right. Let's see, guys. Let's see. I'm waiting. I want to see a pullback here. I either want to see a pullback on ES to that 5790, or I want to see NASDAQ come back and hold this 20,300 area. Let's throw volume profile up. We'll see. We just got to wait and see here, guys. Patience is key. YouTube, make sure you guys hit that like button. Show some love. Big seller right here on ES. And CVD is trying to push red. Let's see if we want to continue lower here, guys. Remember, the buyers kept buying the dip lately, but we did just have some tariff news. We just had a pretty strong sell order right here. Just got to wait and see. No clean trades right now. CVD still trying to push red here. I want to see that push red and us continue lower. VIX, I want to see VIX push higher. I'm in a short, tight stop loss. Just going to be careful on this. There we go. Give us something here, baby. Something, a little something. It's struggling, though. Got to remember, each time it looks like sellers step in, what happens, guys? Buyers step in. So I'm going to be patient on this. I'm only in one contract. I want to go super light, because I know it is a counter trend trade. Stop loss is at 0475. Real tight stop loss, like a point. It's going to probably hit it right now, because buyers keep stepping in, right? And that's okay. That's okay. We got to take a few paper cuts. Got to get a feel for the market. Now we just wait for a long entry again. Let's take a look. ESNQ. Dude, if Nas could give a nice entry, that would be great. I'd much rather trade NASDAQ. Looking for NQ longs in this area right here. 307 to about 91 is low volume. That's right where I marked out. So look at that. ES with the stop hunt and then a push lower. $15-minute closes in 13 seconds. We could wait for that too. 30-minute closes in 15 minutes. I'd like to see us push lower. I want a NASDAQ long position around 309. Right near this low volume, near 300, I should say. I guess I'll wait for the reaction to 300 and then enter 309. Volume picking up right here where we are right here, 5803. That's point of control now too. And we don't want to be taking any trades at the POC because we don't know if we're going to consolidate. We don't know if we're going to break higher, lower, or continue. There we go, some buyers. You know, buyers really aren't giving anybody a good opportunity to enter the market, right? We're not getting any common entries we usually have, a fair value gap, a broken supply zone, things like that. We did get that broken supply zone entry on NASDAQ, but we did miss that entry. Nas running into some resistance up here, so let's just be a little patient. That's what I'm talking about. Really strong price level at 20,400 on NQ, 54 points away. Remember, ES had upside targets of 5850. So if we continue, that's okay. But right now, at this point in the market, we are forced to wait. It is 10:47. What a slow day, guys. What a slow burn of a day. What's that?
It looks like it's been sideways since 9:50.
Yeah, dude, it's like Sideways City. Barcode. All right, let's see, guys. Let's see. There's a little push here. ES. Is that a new high day on ES again? It is. VIX new low day, so there's our continuation. So let's see if we want to push higher with some momentum and then come back, retest, and go long. Does ES have any other price levels? 5840 maybe. CVD did push red, but now it is trying to push green again. So we're going to wait, guys. Just be a little patient. S&P sell. We'll see, man. We'll see. We got to see. Right now, we're making new higher days. We've been in a bit of a bull trend. Right now, somebody's asking on YouTube, is it time to sell the S&P? I would say no. You know, look at the current price action we've had today. Right now, we're on the 5-minute chart. We've been making a new high of day, 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 new high of day. So it's been a bull trend lately, right? We've been making some higher highs on the lower time frame. We've also been creating some higher lows too. So I really wouldn't look for any sells right now. Like I said, I'm looking for us to pop higher and then maybe come back and retest this zone right here. So I'd want a quick pop on low volume and then a retest for an entry. Nice. There we go. Damn, man, we could have been in these longs from 57.80. Still not the biggest of moves, right? 57.8. Oh, no, yeah, it's 30, 40 points. Yeah, 30 points, 26 points. All right, let's see. Look at that buying continuation. So right now, what I want to see is I want to see us continue higher. So we leave this little shelf right here, this 5808 to about 5809. I want us to push higher. So we leave this low volume node right here. And that will be my area to retest and go long. All right, let's see, guys. Let's see. We need our equities. NVIDIA new high a day. Apple looking like it's trying to hold too. Equities are a little weak at the moment. Nothing too crazy. Thinking of a possible entry here on NAS. CVD pulled back, though. We're going to wait a sec. Everything's pushing higher except Tesla and Meta right now. Yeah, missed that entry. That's okay. Let's see if it'll... Let's see. Best time to go long on a bull trend is on a red candle. It's during a red candle. Because you don't know if it's going to close green. Want to see this buying momentum on NAS here. Let's get some continuation, baby. It's struggling at these highs again. But we've been making new higher days today. Looking for NQ to continue. VIX is at a key level, which is a little bit of a red flag on the longs, but VIX has been making new low a day. Let's see if we could start holding here. Big seller just stepped in on ES, so be careful on that. Want to see if we could pop through it, though. Want to see that weighted index push higher, which it's struggling right now. If weighted index could start pushing higher, NASDAQ's going to feel it. We're going to pop. Really need that CVD staying green, too. It is green on NASDAQ, but it's red on ES, which, again, is a red flag. Yo, what's up, Jim? Come on, buyers. Step in here on NASDAQ. Let's run this up. Oh, it's struggling, man. I'm not a fan when it struggles. Want to see a spike on NQ here. We do have good buying delta, but weighted index is pulling back. Equities are weak. Oh, we might break that previous 5-minute low first and then continue. All right, we broke it by a tick. Trying to flip green on here. Nope, struggling. Weighted index trying to push lower. Real tough move right here, guys. Real tough move. No solid entry just yet. Market's really giving us a struggle today. Let's see. I wanted ES to move higher and then retest this range right in here.
All right, man, I'm gonna wrap up until this afternoon. So thank you, sir, for the morning insights and trades, and I'll see you guys this afternoon for anybody who wants to maybe do something this afternoon.
Awesome, man. Awesome. I'd like to look for longs here, guys, but every time we try these these new higher days, it struggles. But it's still continuously making new higher days. So definitely a tough point in the market. Indexes are looking weak. Stocks are looking weak. 320 left. We have weakness here on ESNQ. We're going to wait. I'd like to see that hold, but market doesn't really care what we would like to see. If we get some equities pushing higher, but nope, Microsoft's rejecting VWAP here. I don't know, guys. We might get a pullback. 15-minute close in 2 minutes and 50 seconds. I do like that 15 to continue higher. How are equities? If equities weren't struggling right now, I'd be taking NASDAQ long. But equities are struggling, so I'm not. NVIDIA new high a day. I'll try along here, but we got to be careful on it, guys. Buyers have had the momentum today, so we are trading with the trend. There we go. We get some buying pressure here on NAS. That was a nice entry. A little bit of resistance here. Not the biggest fan. Equity's still weak. Probably going to get out of this for a scalp if we get one more pop. Oh, no, it looks like a stop once again. Rough markets today, guys. Got to just accept it for what they are. Where are we at? 27. I want to see if 27 could hold. 27 is way far, though. A minute and 8 seconds left. I was looking for the 15 to continue higher. I was looking for a bullish 15-minute candle here. Oh, nope. Let's see. Tough markets, Maine. Tough markets, Maine. Every dip gets bought, though, so gotta be careful on everything. Let's take a look. ES. Same deal, sort of held that area I was looking for. Take one more stab at longs, but it's like NAS would really need to start holding this range, and the 15 needs to close above. So we have 12 seconds left for it to do that. There we go. It's a quick reaction, but I need a steady reaction, a solid reaction, a sturdy reaction, a reaction that continues. Okay, that looks better. Nah, son, sellers, man, sellers. What in the world? Let's see. Let's see. 412 left on this 15. On this 5, I should say. Looking for the 15 to continue higher, too. Really looking for buyers to continue, guys. Buyers have been here all day. I want to see buyers continue this trend higher. VIX did make a new low of day, but VIX also is at a key level. So, got to be really careful. But ES isn't at a supply zone or anything. So, I'm not crazy concerned, but I'm just not like finding any good entries at all here. Everything is just like wicked out, wicked out, wicked out. ES is in that area I wanted to see us hold. $15-minute on ES, 30-minute. Everything's just so inconsistent, man. And that weighted index too. NVIDIA is pushing higher though. NVIDIA is pushing higher. Let's see. Hey, what's up, Fairchild? What's going on, my man? Good morning, good morning. It is 11:02. Markets are choppy at best. You know, myself got chopped up today, so poor price action. It wasn't giving us our retests of the ranges and zones we were looking for. Inconsistent. Bad start to the week, but that's all right. We got to be prepared for every outcome. We can't expect to be bullish every day. We can't expect to be bearish every day. We can't expect to be green every day. Look at this big crazy drop we just had there. Just got to be patient. Just got to wait it out and be prepared for everything. If you have a red day, know how much you're going to lose on your red days. You have a green day, know how much you might potentially gain on those green days, right? Have ranges, have an area, have an idea. All right, ladies and gents, I'm going to wrap up the stream now. It is 11:03. Markets have been pretty garbage, and we've just been pushing our way higher, right? We've been sort of shuffling our way higher in the markets today. Very difficult for finding any long entries. Obviously, short entries also have been failing because every time shorts try to step in, buyers step in. So the trend is bullish today, but the entries are poor. Guys, I hope you guys all have a fantastic day. Hope you guys had a great Monday. Unfortunately, we can't make every day green as green can be. We had a killer week last week. We got to take Monday as a bit of an example of how the rest of the week might trade, right? So Monday we opened, we had a pullback candle and we rallied, right? So I'm going to remember tomorrow that in the morning we rallied on ES and NQ. And that's something I'm going to remember and sort of take action on. A lot of stop hunting. And also I'm going to remember too that, like, you know, we didn't really hit any fair value gaps. We didn't really hit anything like that. We did hit a broken supply zone at a breaker block on NASDAQ and created a 5-minute order block over it, which it would have been a good confirmation. But like I said, we missed that. So tomorrow we're going to be a bit more focused on ES and NQ other than, you know, crude and gold. Now, crude also did give a pretty solid entry. If not right above this demand zone after we had that weird news that came out. But we have to remember too that this news came out at 10:25, like 10:26. It was random. It was unplanned. And let's say we were in a long position right here on crude, and then we had a crazy wick lower. This would have stopped us out. Say we were in a short position on crude and it started dumping lower. Maybe we would have been like, oh my God, this is the best trade ever. We would have maybe added to this trade. We definitely wouldn't have gotten out. We would have been confident that, oh, we're definitely going to continue now. And then it would have wicked back, stopped you out. Got to be so careful, man. So careful when trading something like crude during market uncertainty, especially when news drops like every day. All right, guys, have a great day. If you're on YouTube, hit that like and subscribe button. Do appreciate you all. Take care. Discord, love you guys. And I will see you guys soon. Let me know if you have any questions. If you have any concerns, you guys could direct message me and I will get back to you shortly.
Thanks, Kevin.
Absolutely. Take care, everybody.